Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the YouTube world, CJ Rose is back in the building. Welcome back to the channel, live and direct, live in effect. Make sure you subscribe to find out what's next. We are here. Welcome to day 5 of the 7-day hell. We're almost done. 2 more days left. And this is over. Now, we are here to talk about the WrestleMania 37 Night 2 predictions. Meaning we're here to talk about Sunday. Let's waste no more time. Let's hop on to this thing. All right, so we're going to get this match out the way. Just like we got the match on night 1 out the way, we're going to get the match on night 2 out the way. The WWE Women's Tag Team Championships are going to be on the line. Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler take on the winners of the Tag Team Turmoil on night 1. And I predicted it was going to be the Riot Squad. I said the Riot Squad should win that match and then go on to Sunday to take away the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships from Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler. I think it's time to end this Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler experiment. It has not worked. It's looked tremendously bad. Just keep them moving. Separate them. Let Nia deal with Reginald, whatever the case is. And then let Shayna Baszler go back to being a killer. Let her have her singles run. Let her go after the Raw Women's Championship. Call it a day. You know what I'm saying? Just end it. Boom. Done. It's done. We're done. We're done here. Wipe my hands with it, wash my hands with it. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. All right. So yeah, that's why I paid Riot Squad to win night 1, and then for them to come here and win the tag team title. Simple. All right. So next matchup, Matt Riddle. I'm calling him Matt Riddle. I'm not calling him Riddle. No, Matt Riddle versus Sheamus for the United States Championship. This had no preparation. This was rushed. This was, let's face it, this was pulled out of somebody's ass. let's just call it what it is. It was pulled out of somebody's ass. But it has the makings of being a very good match. Because these two have had matches in the past. And both matches have been, not both, but the matches have been solid. They've been good. Hard hitting, they've been good. You know what I'm saying? So, being that this is on the biggest show of the year, I don't expect them to have a lackluster match. I do expect Sheamus to walk in there and walk out United States champion. It's about time we give something to Sheamus. If we ain't gonna give him the respect he deserves, let's give that man the United States Championship. Can we do that? Can we do that? I think Sheamus deserves it for everything he's been through. He had to literally have a fantastic match against Drew McIntyre that meant at Fastlane that meant nothing. That meant nothing. That's not fair. Yet Sheamus, ever since he's come back, has been pretty much killing it. He's been killing it. He's been probably the most underrated guy in the company. So I think it's time we give him something for his troubles, you know? Like, let's give him the United States Championship. I don't really believe in Riddle. Riddle at this point in time is a comedy act. And it's sad because Riddle is actually really good. But WWE don't know what they do. WWE don't know what they have. WWE don't know what they do. So just move on. Take the title off Riddle. Give it to Sheamus. Let Sheamus have a good run with the title. Just make it happen. Just make it work. I'm cool with that. So I picked Sheamus to win, and that's that. All right, next matchup, we are talking about the Intercontinental Championship on the line. Big E versus Apollo Crews. Apollo! In a Nigerian drum match. I think this is just another name for a street fight because that's pretty much what this is. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a street fight because I really sit here and doubt that this is a match where there's just going to be a bunch of drums around the ring. And the purpose of them is to bash your opponent's head into them. I doubt that's what the stipulation is. I just feel like this is another name for street fight. I don't know why we just didn't call it street fight or falls count anywhere. I don't know why we just didn't call it that. But you know what? To each his own. To each his own. It is what it is. Now, as much as I love Big E, as much as I love the fact that he's being shown on my TV screen as much as he is, you got to give the title to Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews, he needs to win this Intercontinental Championship. He needs to. He became heel for a reason. He became heel because he wanted the Intercontinental Championship. Apollo Crews has been doing some damn good work since he's become heel. So I think it's only right that we give him the Intercontinental Championship. This rivalry has been very, very solid. It's been very good. So why not give give Apollo Crews the Intercontinental Championship? Why not? You know what I'm saying? It's only right. It's only right. It's only fair. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Like that. Straight like that. Cool. Straight like that. I believe, yes. I pick Apollo Crews to win. I just wish he didn't have that Nigerian accent. That Nigerian accent is getting on my nerve. I don't know if that's his real voice. If that's his real voice and he had to project and he had the vocal projection to disguise it, like a lot of these good actors do, then Apollo Crews is more talented than I ever thought he was. But if this is just a fake Nigerian accent, then Lord have mercy, he needs to let it go. He needs to let it go. It ain't working. It ain't working. I'm sorry. Sorry, it's not working. But it is what it is. I still pick Apollo Crews to win. And win, he hopefully will. All right. All right, next matchup. KO, Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. With Logan Paul at ringside. So not only will this match probably get a lot of social media buzz because of Logan Paul, but if given the right amount of time, this match could steal night 2. It could. Cause of who's in it. Yeah, think about it. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are real life friends. And they have amazing chemistry together. They work tremendously together. They did have matches in the past. If you forget. Remember that build up they had for the NXT title at TakeOver in 2014. 2014? Yeah, 2014. Yeah, 2014. And then they went to the main roster and they have a little rivalry there. Remember that match at was that Payback in 2016? I think that was Payback. That was one of the matches of the year. This match has all the potential to steal night 2. Now, as much as this might help, as much as a win for Sami Zayn would help him, I pretty much would probably give this to Kevin Owens. I give this to Kevin Owens. Again, he's coming off that amazing rivalry against Roman Reigns, that 3-match series with Roman Reigns. All 3 matches were spectacular. They were amazing. So for him to get this win at WrestleMania, hopefully would boost him to where he needs to be. And that's high mid-card or main event. Since we'll get to the Universal Championship in a moment, but we don't want to put him near the Universal title right now. You want to put him near the Intercontinental Championship. So if Apollo Crews is winning the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania, then I would count Kevin Owens as his first opponent. I would do that. See, I just created a rivalry for you. Boom. Apollo Crews, Kevin Owens, Intercontinental Championship, take my money. You know what I'm saying? Just take my money. There you go. Take my money. There you go. Boom. There. Simple. But yeah, I got Kevin Owens winning. Again, as good of a win it would be for Sami Zayn and much help as it would do, I got Kevin Owens winning. Yeah, I got Kevin Owens winning. All right, next matchup. Rhea Ripley, Asuka for the Raw Women's title. Listen, damn if you do, damn if you don't. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think about in this match. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. Because for all purposes, we weren't supposed to have this match at WrestleMania. This match was not supposed to happen at WrestleMania. It was literally supposed to be Lacey Evans versus Charlotte Flair for the Raw Women's Championship. Lacey Evans was supposed to beat Asuka at Elimination Chamber to become the Raw Women's Champion, and then wait till WrestleMania to defend it against Charlotte, who would have taken it from her, and Charlotte would have won the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania. I doubt nobody wanted to see that match, just like me. I probably would not have cared. But when Lacey Evans stated on national television that she was pregnant, and it was a real, actual thing, instead, they were going to go the route of Asuka versus Charlotte at WrestleMania for the Raw Women's Championship. And again, Charlotte would have won the title. So regardless, Charlotte would have won regardless of opponent. But then Charlotte comes down with COVID, which I would believe she has COVID. I don't know why anybody would joke about that, number one. And number two, of course, there was other problems dealing with Mr. Andrade. So, with all that, they pulled Charlotte off WrestleMania. They needed a replacement. Asuka needed a match at WrestleMania, obviously. And who do we pick? Well, we picked somebody that honestly should have debuted on Raw after the Royal Rumble. But seeing as how she did not, they decided to just wait until this time to see what was going on, and then boom, right there, Rhea Ripley debuted. The night she debuted, she asked Asuka, I want a Raw Women's Championship match. You know how Asuka said? No problem. Correction, we have a problem. Because this is how bad the women's division on Raw is. This is how bad the women's division, period, is in WWE. Is the fact that somebody who never had a match yet on the main roster could just walk up to you, ask you for a championship match, and boom, you get it. To be honest, I don't blame her, and I'm not mad at it, because there's nobody else on that roster that you can give the championship match to. Who you gonna give it to, Peyton Royce? At WrestleMania? Yeah, Lord help you. Lord help you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, again, damned if you do, damned if you don't. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna take what I have and just be grateful that I have it. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful that Asuka at least has a match at WrestleMania. It's against Rhea Ripley, who will have her very first match on the main roster, and her very first match is for the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania. So now here's the question. Who wins? Well, consider the fact this is the very first match at WrestleMania, Rhea doesn't need to win. So for all intents and purposes, I would let Asuka take this win. I would let Asuka win because, again, her championship reign has been meaningless. She really hasn't done anything since becoming Raw Women's Champion again at SummerSlam. And that was since August. She's been champion since August. And since then, I want to say she's only defended the title against Sasha Banks, I believe. Was that the way you said? There was a period of time where she didn't defend the title for months. There was a period of time where your Raw Women's Champion didn't defend the title. Instead, she was dealing with the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, which had nothing to do with her. But what can you say? What can you say? So, yeah, I would give this to Asuka. She needs it, and she deserves it because, again, she was one of the MVPs of last year. So why not? Give her something, man. Like, give her something. Make it mean something. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Give Asuka the championship. Give Asuka the win. Call it a day. Let it be a great match, but let Asuka tap out Rhea Ripley and call it a day. Simple as that. Boom. I'm done. You wipe your hands with it. It's over. It's over. Boom. Done. All right. Next up. The Viper. versus The Fiend. Randy Orton versus The Fiend. Now, if we are measuring every match on WrestleMania from both nights in terms of a story or in terms of build, if we're being honest, this is probably the most built up match on WrestleMania, because this has been going on since last year, November, I believe, of last year. So take that to where we are now, I gotta give credit where it is. You know what I'm saying? At least WWE continued this story. I mean, they could have dropped this multiple times, and I think a lot of people would not have cared if they dropped it, to be honest. But for me, I'm happy enough that this match got as much build as it did, and it got as much, I can't say exposure, but as much time as it has. Randy Orton burned The Fiend at TLC. Then from there, Alexa Bliss played all these mind games with Randy Orton. And then from here, The Fiend got resurrected at Fastlane. And then boom, here we are. At WrestleMania, we about to see The Fiend versus Randy Orton. So a 5-month build to get here, I'm cool with. I'm fine with. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. The only thing is, Bray Wyatt is winning. I mean, why the hell would Orton win? You know what I'm saying? If you get Randy Orton to win after all this time, then Lord help you. Like, what? Why should Randy Orton win this match? Why should Randy Orton sit here and win this match? It makes no sense. It makes no sense for Randy Orton to win this match. Not in the slightest doesn't make sense. So Bray Wyatt gets his win after, or avenging his loss from 2017, where Randy Orton beat him for the WWE title in a subpar, not very great WWE Championship match. I don't know what match we even going to see, because this match, it doesn't make sense for this match to be a regular one-on-one match at WrestleMania. It got to be some type of stipulation. I don't even know if it was ever announced. I'm about to look that up after this. But The Fiend is winning. Simple. The Fiend is winning. One mandible claw. Randy Orton passes out. 1, 2, 3. The Fiend wins. Will the crowd go crazy? I don't know how the crowd gonna go. I cannot wait to even see how the crowd's gonna react to most of this shit on this card. So, you know, that's all. But The Fiend wins. Simple. And then we move on. Hopefully we give Randy Orton something meaningful. Maybe a crack at the U.S. title again, you know. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see what's up. Now, 13 matches down. One more to go. And next, the true main event of WrestleMania. I'm talking the triple threat match for the Universal Championship. You got the leader of the Yes Movement, Daniel Bryan, taking on the 2021 Royal Rumble winner, the Rated R Superstar Edge, as both of them challenge the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, the big dog, Roman Reigns, for the Universal Championship. All right. You know what's interesting about this match is 10 year in a decade span, dating all the way back to 2011. All three of these men dealt with either career-threatening injury or life-threatening, a life-threatening deal. Think about it. In 2011, Edge had to retire because he was told he can never wrestle again. In 2015, Daniel Bryan was told he can never wrestle again, and then he had to retire. And then in 2018, Roman Reigns was told he had leukemia, and he had to deal with that. Because you know what leukemia does. And you know what's crazy about all that? Each man had to relinquish a world title as well. Think about that. Edge was World Heavyweight Champion back in 2011. He had to relinquish that. Daniel Bryan was the WWE World Heavyweight Champion in 2014. He had to relinquish that. And he was Intercontinental Champion in 2015. He had to relinquish that. And in 2018, Roman Reigns was the Universal Champion. He had to relinquish that. So, for all of what they dealt with, to be in the main event at WrestleMania, it's a blessing. And it's God's work, not mine. I don't know why I said that, but you get my point. It's like, it's crazy to think how all three of these men dealt with such hardship to be where they are now in the main event of WrestleMania. I'm cool. With all that being said, I don't know how anything was going to be if this match was strictly Roman versus Edge. I didn't necessarily hate the idea, but I just didn't like the fact that we all knew in some way, somehow, Edge was probably going to win had it just stayed at a one-on-one match. Because mind you, April 11th, 2011 is the date this match was going to happen. April 11th, 2011 was the date that Edge fully retired. 10 years to the date, Edge could win the Universal Championship. I hope it doesn't happen. But this match is kind of unpredictable, and I like it like that. So you know the story. Edge wins the Royal Rumble. Edge waits till the Elimination Chamber to make his decision. He challenged Roman Reigns. Daniel Bryan wanted a shot at the Universal Championship. He got his opportunity at Fastlane. Edge screwed him out of the Universal Championship after Daniel Bryan made Roman tap. Then the next night on SmackDown, it was made official that it will be a triple threat. And from there, it was made. So this is probably the only match that probably we're all looking forward to. And we just don't know what's going to happen. Because all three men, each man can win this match. Each man can win this match. Edge can win. Daniel Bryan can win, and Roman can win. Each man could win this match. That's what makes this match so unpredictable. And I love it. I'm just scared of Roman actually losing this title. Because Roman has done such great work. Say it with me. Best decision in WWE in the last 10 years. And I still stick by that. So with that being said, what happens? Well, my prediction, I purposely want Roman Reigns to retain. I do. Because, think about it. You're killing two dreams in one. Edge's dream is to go to WrestleMania and win a title he relinquished 10 years ago. You can kill that dream just like that. Daniel Bryan feels this could be his last WrestleMania. So this is his last shot at the Universal Championship. You can kill that dream like that too. Roman could kill two birds with one stone. Instantly. And I wouldn't have a problem. Do I have a problem with Edge winning the Universal Championship? Yes, because Edge is a part-timer. Edge will not be right. Unless Edge signed a contract that told him you can wrestle as many times as you want. as long as you understand the consequences of what happens, then you know what? Fine. Would I like Daniel Bryan to be Universal Champion? I mean, yeah, why not? Give him one more shot at the title before he feels he could retire right then and there. Then why not? You know what I'm saying? But all intents purposes, whatever happens, Roman Reigns is not being pinned or he is not submitting in this match. He's not. No. He will not be part of the decision. Not at all. So it's like, I don't know what's going to happen. But I do want Roman Reigns to win this match because it will tell more of a story than ever. And on top of that, Daniel Bryan does have issues with Edge. He does have issues. So they can actually continue their rivalry after this match, after WrestleMania. So that works out. Meanwhile, Roman Reigns can move on to whoever the hell he can move on to, because I don't know who would challenge him after this. Maybe it's Cesaro after he beats Seth Rollins, or maybe that's too soon. I can't say Big E because he just literally lost the Intercontinental Championship. He ain't gonna get into a Universal Championship program. That makes sense. You know what I'm saying? But maybe Shinsuke Nakamura if all things go right. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of options that we can go. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I pick Roman Reigns to win and to end WrestleMania with that man holding the championship high. And that's how I feel. Those are my WrestleMania 37 predictions for night 2. If you like it, like, comment, subscribe, man. As I said, it's not over. We still got a lot to do. Later tonight is the WrestleMania edition of SmackDown. I will be reviewing both of those matches that are on tonight's show. And then, of course, tomorrow is night 1 of WrestleMania 37. We will review that after. And then night 2 of WrestleMania 37 is on Sunday. We will review that as well. So until then, it's been Rose, man. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the love and support. As always, you already know what we do because you're here. So you already know. So until next time, peace, love, 100. You're